I haven't been listening to Slipknot since I was a kid. Man, this is gonna be a little weird. I mean, they're like really aggressive on stage. They wear masks. I don't know what to expect right now.
I'm your host, Jeff Sart. We're going to take you behind the scenes with the craft distillers who are pouring their heart and soul into crafting the next version of America's spirit. This is the Great American Whiskey Cookers. On this episode of the Great American Whiskey Cookers, Murphy Quint and Jamie Siefkin talk about what it's like working with one of the biggest heavy metal bands in the universe, Slipknot, and how it almost didn't happen. You guys do some stuff, and you have some partnerships with a couple entities, and one of them is very well known, Slipknot.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So let's talk about the Slipknot partnership and how that came about and what all is involved in that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Slipknot, we've been making whiskey with them since, we released it in 2018. I think we've been talking with them since sometime in 18, when we started that conversation. And, you know, the band, a lot of the founding members are from Iowa, or I think a lot of the band over the years have been from Iowa. So, you know, based on what this whole story that we've been talking to, Jeff, right? I mean, I think, you know, they've just tasted our products, right? And they were, you know, whiskey fans, and I don't think they were like connoisseurs, but I think they, you know, just started seeing what Cedar Ridge was doing over the years, and they started becoming more and more fans, and they reached out because they wanted to do a whiskey. And so we mainly deal with Clown, and he reached out. They wanted to just do a tour and get to meet us and see if there was any synergy. We always tell a funny story because their management company sent the email to our owner and founder, Jeff Quint, right? And he almost deleted it, I guess, is how he tells the story. And he sent it out to a few of us, and he's like, I should delete this, right? I think that's actually what his email said. It was like, should I delete this? And I think we all fired back real quick. Like, well, let's just, you know, at least talk to him, right? And it's just funny. Like they came out and they did a tour, and we just started chatting and seeing what was there, and started working with their marketing team and their branding team and putting together not just a product, right? But also like a package and the whole, you know, from top to bottom. And when we launched in 2018, they had a brand new album coming out. And they hit, I think, top of billboards that year. They were like the #1 album, like for a short amount of time. And it was like, this is a perfect storm. We did bottle signings along the way. I remember flying out to Seattle and doing a bottle signing out there at the store, and then seeing the band for the first time. I'm a huge live music fan. I appreciate their show. I mean, it was like being at a Kiss show. I can just imagine in the 70s. It was so entertaining, and, you know, tons of fire and all kinds of stuff, right? It was awesome. And I still go every chance I get. But so yeah, it was, you know, we launched that, did a lot of bottle signings. We dragged Murph down to, and Fred Minnick did he monitored an event in 2018 at Louder Than Life, which is a big festival in Louisville, right? And they brought Clown and Murph on stage, and it was at least 1,000 people in this big tent, and they did a Q&A on the whiskey and what we were doing and what they were doing, and we had a lot of fun, and Murph had a lot of fun there as well. But yeah, I mean, it was, you know, a great partnership. I think it's really opened up people's eyes outside of Iowa to the type of whiskey that Cedar Ridge is making, right? It kind of put a credibility stamp on our product and our business. Sure. It opened up some doors in distribution and sales as well, you know, and celebrity whiskeys, you know, love them or hate them. You know, I think they're a roller coaster, right? As far as ups and downs and what's going on. And, you know, because, I mean, rock bands are busy. They have a lot of other products that they're doing. They're trying to sell tickets and T-shirts but, you know, Clown's great. Their management team's great. You know, we still do a lot of stuff with them and as time allows. And, you know, we don't do as many bottle sightings these days as we once did. But I think once you roll out with those, after a while, I think people, you know, have got their bottle signed and now they're just, you know, sipping, enjoying the whiskey. And so, yeah, hopefully we'll have some more things that will, you know, limited releases and stuff like that. I know they have a big year next year in their band's history. So there's some talks about that and some cool things. But yeah, it's been a fun ride.
Yeah, it has. And one thing I'll say on that that's unique to it, Clown in particular, kind of the head of the band, he's been really involved with the whole process. He has a lot of passion in this, and One thing that I really liked about him is that if there's something about this game, this industry that he doesn't know today, he will know it tomorrow. So he's always just really, really invested in this, and I can't say enough how professional he is within this industry. But it was kind of funny when they first came out. I was a little bit nervous about them coming out to do a little bit of R&D and product development on this, because it's like I have been listening to Slipknot since I was a kid. I mean, I've always been a decent fan of them, but never knew a lot about them. And so, like, they're gonna come out, right? I'm gonna work with Clown to do some sample blends and try to put this product together. I was like, man, this is gonna be a little weird. I mean, they're like really aggressive on stage. They wear masks. I don't know if you've ever been to a concert, but they're 10 out of 10, phenomenal. But they go all out. And so I was like, I don't know what to expect right now. This could be really weird. And Clown came out, and he was like one of the nicest guys I've ever met. A really genuine, sincere guy, and really passionate about putting a good product together. He didn't want something that just puts the Slipknot name on a bottle and then it sells.
So he didn't want to just stamp.
No. And as a matter of fact, I mean, he's the one who actually picked the blend of it's a blend of bourbon and rye. It's roughly 60% bourbon, 40% rye. He selected the original proofs, had a lot to do with the label design. So he's truly invested in this project and has had a lot to do with developing it, as opposed to, like I said, just kind of putting his name on something and letting that alone sell it.
That's very cool. Where do they find you? How does somebody get in touch with you?
CedarRidgeDistillery.com is our website, first and foremost, right? Tons of product information, all kinds of different stuff that we have going on. Visit the distillery, get tours, all that kind of stuff. Instagram is probably our best place, in my opinion, to follow, especially if you're a whiskey fan, to kind of see everything that Murphy and his team doing. That's at Cedar Ridge, Iowa. Murphy's got a page as well, so I'm not sure if he wants to pitch that or,
But I have my own little Instagram account. I just do some behind-the-scenes stuff, kind of bringing light to production. So at Murphy Quinn on Instagram if you want to check that out. Thanks, Jamie.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, I'm Jeff Sart for the Great American Whiskey Cookers for Murphy. Jamie, thank you guys for this discussion and talking about Cedar Ridge. You can find us at thegreatamericanwhiskeycookers.com. So until next time, be good at it. See ya.